Preparing to stream, so I don't know. I don't think you can hear me yet. Hello, I think we're live. Live from Jalan Sudirman in Jakarta, where the view of the statue of Sudirman. First try streaming since a long time, as it didn't really work earlier, but I think we're live. So let's have a look. We are going to walk south and then see what we encounter during our short walk. Let's have a go. There we are. We were just on the ground. Doesn't really work. And we are going to leave him behind because he will be here tomorrow. This is Sunday afternoon in Jakarta. A sunny Sunday afternoon, which means that there are quite a lot of people walking around here. Has become a sport in the last year or so. I'm not sure if I'm still connected to anything because I see that my network is down. I don't know if it's true, but don't hope so. Okay, I have someone watching now. Yeah, it's a Sunday afternoon, so we're just going to stroll south and see what happens along the way. Jakartans have started learning to costing is Sweden really well. Jakartans have learned to use their bicycles, use their feet actually, with these wide pavements here and more sections in the city. It is actually good for walking. So, and making pictures, and apparently just doing live streams as well. So we are going to walk south along this main corridor. Oh, they are actually making a video behind me, I guess. Let's see, they're really slow. I have to avoid my camera to the right of me because bright afternoon sun. But we are walking along the main corridor here, where people take pictures nowadays, a lot of it. I was looking for my phone, but it's in my pocket. The city is kept clean nowadays, as you can see. The orange shirts are working hard to keep our city clean. And it's not too busy because anyway, it's a Sunday anyway. So traffic is flowing freely. Look at all the greenery. That's an improvement for people who know Jakarta from a decade ago. All those improvements are done along the main corridor where the MRT is constructed from north to south. We are just south of the second station from the north. And trying to see someone important passing by. People playing skateboard with a cigarette in their hand. A lot of pictures being taken nowadays. Oh, it's a city now, you can do that. So yeah, has improved. Wide pavements here. The thing that is missing, according to me, is just some small stalls that sell ice cream, snacks. Can't really ask for much more here, because yeah, that's currently lacking, if you ask me, but that's no problem. Future improvements will bring that, probably. I hope so. It's not because of the pandemic that they don't have it, it's just they didn't think of it yet. Those used pavements you see in front of me are something that is relatively new. Has been developed over the last 2 years after the construction of the first MRT line was completed. But improvements have been done in the last 2 years as well. More trees have been planted, more greenery, and there is, at least officially, a dedicated bicycle lane, the green strip you can see on the left side of me. It should be 2 meters wide and will be partitioned off by a concrete barrier later on, once people get to know the fact that it's a bike lane. I see a lot of people on the selfie bridge. We call it the selfie bridge because the current governor of Jakarta thought it was a smart idea to remove its cover. After some critics first, it apparently does the trick, because there's like dozens of people making pictures there. So yeah, we can complain all we want. It's still a pedestrian crossing, and it serves the trick of being a selfie spot. So yeah, shouldn't complain too hard. All those bicycles you see, those are selling drinks, iced, even hot. They're just little independent guys who bought a tin of coffee and some juices in plastic bags. But that works. Probably very cheap. I walked around this area a few times before. Once I tried to go live in the evening, but that failed miserably for one reason or another. Let's have a look at the selfie bridge. Some police guy, civil police, as far as I can see, probably telling people that they should keep distance because pandemic regulations apply. Maybe they're actually sending people away now because dozens of people are removing themselves from the bridge. Yes, I think they have to go. Ah, there goes the Instagram bridge. Or by now TikTok though. Yes, some cycling foreigners here. Cycling has become popular mostly in the early hours of the day. Used to be weekend days, Saturday, Sunday and holidays, but nowadays you will find them basically a week round, and also in the afternoons. Today it hasn't rained that much, so it's quite warm, but you can imagine a trip on your bike is still worthwhile as long as you know you have a shower at home. More pictures being prepared. Someone made a anything of zebra crossing here. Don't expect motorists to stop. They don't know how a zebra cross works here in general. Don't force your way, you'll end up with a broken bone or something. Not funny. It's also a test of my secondary network provider that I want to use for streaming more, but not sure if that is perfect. See that speed is slowing down. I hope that it's still okay. We have so much greenery nowadays here, it's quite amazing. And we have the commercial buildings. I hope you can still follow me, I'm not sure. Just keep on going, it's not interrupted or anything, it's just slowing down apparently. But my Wi-Fi says I'm doing 1 Mbp, 1 megabyte a second, something like that. 6 megabytes a second, megabit apparently. So I think it's quite okay. Want to walk around those until you can make a picture of themselves. And as you can see, it's you can do a leisurely stroll here now. This pavement used to be a meter wide, something like that. Green strip between the cars and the pedestrians. Proper bus stops, as you can see here. We have bus stops now. Buses actually stop at the bus stops. I see blue flashing lights. There we go. Views are actually quite nice and green nowadays, as you can see. This is the bicycle lane I was talking about. Proper separated lane, but it's not really separated like it should. There will be a concrete barrier splitting it from the motorized traffic. And of course there's already been some incidents of cyclists being forced out of the cycling lane by cars that want to avoid a traffic jam. The provider, I'm not really sure. I'll find out when I look his back later today. So I know I'm having proper connection, because I know my normal provider does provide 4.5G here. and it's stable as well, even in between the buildings, behind the obstruction or something somewhere. This is a cycling lane. The thing is, cycling lane is like this. That doesn't really work. Small things, but at least there is a dedicated lane nowadays. So we're not complaining. We're supportively remarking things. We'll have the side of it and small networks in the village, on the village roads back here. Still really village roads, small roads where those big buses can't drive. And the network is pretty integrated now. The network for 3,500 rupiahs, which is about 20 euro cents, as long as you don't tap out again. And you are able to transit, and most all buses are interconnected and are free of charge, which is also an improvement because they used to was regulated, so it's still ripping people off. Over here we can see the concrete barriers, like they have to be installed along this entire way. Pretty strong concrete barrier it is. And it'll continue eventually until the south of Jakarta. Okay, my network's just not really willing to cooperate, heavily fluctuating. So I'm not sure if this really is what I'm looking for. Let's see if I can get it back to work again. I try to switch providers, but apparently I'll lose my network then, and possibly connection. I'm going to try this one now. Override my earlier live, but I think it does. I think it's now overriding my earlier stream. Bridge now. probably working. No, this is not really going anywhere. Really sorry guys. If your connection isn't good, can't stop.